first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On second and 11 now. Murray
swings this out for Hunt.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go. Throwing now is Murray. Another completion here to Hunt.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it's Hunt.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Kareem Hunt,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll set up second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Prater's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he commits on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon. on, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Darnold. Going, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Cardinals hit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now from Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the counter, Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Connor. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Darnold down to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Big strides, look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Seahawks 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, remember, these 2 teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Faking the give. Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. But on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Darnold.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Myers' kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Murray now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's the gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. It's Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 75. And the Cards go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold from the gun. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Darnold.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Myers' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Hey, hold on.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Back to Walker on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Walker.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Darnold.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Play fake. Murray steps away. And the reception made by Green. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Murray going to throw.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A first down throw, Darnold.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That's complete downfield to James. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Richie James, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jay Sanders in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
On the return, it's James.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now Murray.
Green brings it in. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Murray now.
catch is made by Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 51 yards. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Touchdown! Kareem Hunt from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just ran on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Darnold. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like a turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 76 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 16. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll try to run with Hunt. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually works.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as it... It's caught inside the 25. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's got it. And he's brought down. But Charles, a lot of happy faces.